Welcome back to Photoshop. In this lesson, we are going to revisit desaturating of images, a technique that we used when we were doing color emphasis. And this particular technique of desaturating the image or placing it into a grayscale mode gives you a little bit more control when you actually want to use an image as a grayscale. So it allows us to get a little bit more tonal balance with our grays, blacks, and whites. So the image on the left is one using the method that we've been using so far, where we simply choose image from the main menu, and we went to adjustments and all the way down to desaturate. And so when we did that, we ended up with the image looking like this. Here's Andrew, desaturated. The one on the right is using a lab color mode, and you will notice that we have more control over the tonal balance of the image. And if you take a look, you will just see more depth with these tones, especially here with the uniform, versus where we just simply desaturated the image. So desaturated method, and here we're going to take a look at using lab color mode. So here's how we do it. This will be a little bit different for us because it gives us a chance to manipulate some more advanced features of Photoshop. Go ahead and make this a little larger. So here we go. Step number 1, image. And this time we're going to click on Mode, and we're going to come down to Lab Color. Now, we haven't seen any change yet, but we will as soon as we go over to our Channels palette. I'm going to move this out of the way. So once again, that was Image, Mode, and we selected Lab Color. Now this will be new for us here. We've been working with layers. We're going to come over here to Channels. And notice that we have 4 channels that actually make up our image. We've got the lab color, we've got a lightness channel, and then this A and B channel here. You can click on them. And there you go. And there's the original. So we're going to click on the lightness channel. And now we have a grayscaled image. We're going to come back to Image, Mode, and this time we're going to select Grayscale. And we're going to be prompted to discard all of these other channels that we're not using, and we're going to click OK, and we're just going to keep that lightness channel active. Next, we're going to come back to our layers. And what we want to do is to duplicate this layer, and we're going to do that by holding down the Control key and pressing the letter J. So now we have our background and our layer, and we are going to remain on layer 1. And then we are going to come up to our blend options here, and we are going to select the blend option multiply. And now our image has gone pretty dark, darker than we want. It's putting in a lot of depth to these tones. So here's where we come into our final step, where we can make some adjustments and achieve the desired effect that we want for a black and white or grayscale image. So come on up back over here to the palette and look for the opacity for this layer. Right now it's at 100%, so what we're going to do is just slide it down until we get the effect that we like. So if you want, you can start way down here and build it back up, just adding some depth to those tones. till you get the desired effect. And that's looking pretty good to me. And once again, there's where we just desaturated. And here is where we've used this lab color mode to dial in the tones that we desire. And so, for me, I like this better. This just gives me a better black and white image. So have fun with that. Do some practice. And, of course, review the steps. There's quite a few of those. Once you do it a couple times, you'll have it down. And then I hope to see some nice black and white images as part of our spring fling and part of the work that you are creating here in Room 8.